And most Americans won't get the same child tax credits they received last year, and that's because a measure expanding the enhancement didn't make it into the federal spending package.
What does the future hold for the child tax credit? Let's break it down. Welcome to this video, where we discuss the potential changes to the child tax credit under former President Donald Trump's administration if he returns to office. With the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act set to expire in 2026, families across the U.S. are wondering how these changes might impact their finances. Let's explore what's at stake and why it matters. The child tax credit is a tax benefit for families with children under the age of 17. Currently, it provides $2,000 per qualifying child, thanks to Trump's 2017 TJCA legislation. However, if the TJCA expires as scheduled in 2026, several significant changes will take place. For instance, the credit would drop to $1,000 per child, and the income thresholds for eligibility would revert to their pre-TJCA levels: $75,000 for single filers and $110,000 for joint filers, down from the current $200,000 and $400,000 limits, respectively. Why is this important? For millions of families, the child tax credit is a vital lifeline. It reduces the tax burden on working parents and helps offset the cost of raising children. A rollback of the TJCA could leave many middle-income families without this much-needed financial support. House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Jason Smith emphasized this concern, stating, "Raising a family can be challenging enough without Washington pulling the rug out from under parents." Another potential change is the inclusion of 17-year-olds in the child tax credit, a provision introduced during President Joe Biden's administration. It's unclear whether a future Trump administration would maintain this change or revert to excluding 17-year-olds from the benefit. This uncertainty has left many families wondering how these potential shifts will affect them. How does the child tax credit work today? As of now, families earning under $200,000 or $400,000 for joint filers can claim a $2,000 credit per qualifying child under 17. During the pandemic, this amount temporarily rose to $3,600 per child, offering extra relief for families facing economic challenges. However, this higher amount has already reverted to $2,000, and if the TJCA expires, the credit could fall further to $1,000. The stakes are high, especially for middle-income families who rely on this benefit. Another key question is whether Trump will expand parental leave benefits. During his first term, Trump approved paid parental leave for federal employees, a popular policy, though it only applied to federal workers. His wider proposal for paid maternity leave, funded through tax code changes, never passed Congress. If Trump returns to office, it remains to be seen whether he will push for more comprehensive parental leave policies that extend beyond federal employees. It's also worth clarifying how the child tax credit interacts with child support obligations. Parents obligated to pay child support still qualify for the child tax credit as long as they meet the income and child eligibility requirements. However, receiving this credit doesn't exempt parents from paying other taxes or fulfilling child support obligations. So what happens next? In August 2024, the Senate had an opportunity to expand the child tax credit independently of the TJCA, but the bill failed to achieve the 60 votes needed to pass. This means the future of the credit now hinges on whether the TJCA is extended or allowed to expire in 2026. What are people saying? Trump himself has highlighted the importance of childcare and family tax benefits, stating, "It's a very important issue. Childcare is childcare. You know, you have to have it in this country. You have to have it." Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance, in an interview with Charlie Kirk, argued for lower tax rates for families, stating, "If you're making $100,000, $400,000 a year, and you've got 3 kids, you should pay a different lower tax rate than if you're making the same amount of money and you don't have any kids." In conclusion, the future of the child tax credit is uncertain, with significant implications for families across the U.S. If the TJCA expires in 2026 without renewal, the reduced credit and lower income caps could create financial strain for millions of parents. However, a potential Trump administration or congressional action could reshape the policy landscape. Thank you for watching this breakdown of potential changes to the child tax credit. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for more updates on how these changes could affect your family's finances.